Hello everybody, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on the 76 show. We're going to come back to this guy, but first we're going to have to find out what is this. And we're going to have to go through this, which is our 76 show, which you remember this is the number 7 and this is number 6 because there's two triangles. But what we can actually do is take this guy off and expose the 76. The 76 7 and 6, you can find it here. You got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, okay, which is also done with, you can calculate it with the two triangles, and you have 7 spaces, all right? The 7 is important, so that gives you 76. So 76, 7 and 6, can also mean this. This you have to use your magical hat, your wizard hat, and you'll be able to see it. In other words, you have to use the mental gymnastics. All right, so we're gonna go here. All right, so I don't know if you've already seen this, but this is, what is it gonna say? This is what you need to know. All right, so inside here, you have all the magic, and the magic is nothing but word games associated with symbols and numbers, and it's a magical verbal symbolic Sudoku. So the G, why is there a G? Because A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7th letter of the alphabet, boom. And G inside of Hebrew is Zayan, and Zayan can be represented as a tool. It's also shown like this. It is the 7th letter of the alphabet, but it is also symbolizes the axe and is what you need to strive to sustain yourself, and it must first kill and then we can eat the animal. In other words, it's a tool and a weapon of destruction. It's used to kill. So the G has an indirect association with a weapon, and just happens to be the first letter of God. No surprise there, as well as government, and as well as Google. All right, so inside this symbol, we have the two triangles, all right, which, once we put them together, that is 33, which we know 33 equals magic. And that's the number, and that's the symbol, because if you take their numerical position inside the alphabet, we get 33. And you also have magic, which is 44, which represents this. And you're saying, what the hell are you talking about? You're at 44 when you should be at 33. But wait, we got to put our magical gymnastic wizard hat, and we got to find out that in the Hebrew language, Dalet is the 4th letter of the alphabet and is also represented by a triangle, which happens to be an opening or some sort of door, and it's a door. So this also equals 4. So two triangles, which also equals 33 to the simple-minded, and to the people that know a little bit more, have knowledge, is magic, and this gives us this. 44. So it's magic with a K, because K is the 11th letter of the alphabet. And if you put 11 plus magic, which is 33, that equals your 44, and that's your symbol. This is the Islamic star, and this is the Star of David that is representative of Judaism. Now, I'm going to go back here, and inside, I think I said once in one of these videos that this is a symbol that is loaded, and it is loaded since it is a weapon. It has 7 spaces, it is associated to a tool, it is a weapon, and it's associated to God, which is a weapon too. God is your weapon. So we are going to go from here, and we're going to go all the way back to this guy, and we're going to go back all the way to Egypt. All right, so let's go back here. All right. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is important because now we have to put our wizard hat, because that is the first letter of the alphabet and the second letter of the alphabet, which gives us the word father. This is the word father in Hebrew, Aleph, Bet. And it's also the alphabet, which is where we can create spells. You use the alphabet to create spells. And our unfortunate victims of this happens to be the Hebrews, because every letter of their alphabet has been put in the star, okay? And there's 22 letters inside their alphabet, which is associated to magic down here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because, anyways, the tree of life. Well, these are the tree of life. Okay, so we go back. So they are under a spell. And that being said, they are under the, God, whatever. So that being said, where was I going with this? Okay, so you have your 666 inside here, which is kind of important because the six-pointed star, the mini triangle, has a meaning because your 666 actually is associated to witchcraft with English gematria. And inside of Hebrew, it says Vav, which is, it also represents the www, which is what you use on the internet. And that's why Google is associated to witchcraft, because this is that, but that's not this. You understand? That's the witchcraft, okay? It's word magic. So it's also witchcraft in simple gematria is equal to 111. And if you look at the letter Vav and you slant your eyes a little bit, you're just like, you can see almost the letter, the number 1 here. It has one angle, and that's how they created the number system, is through angles. In other words, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. You all can create this with angles, and that eventually became angels. And I said something about that in the past. So this is that, and that is this, and this is that, and that is this, and this is that, and that is this. So it's the this and that of everything that is witchcraft. All right, so we went from here, we found out about this. Okay, our country was created in 1776, which is the United States, as you know, 1776. And when you add it all together, 6 plus 1 is 77. That's why it's the number of God, which is 777, okay, because it adds up to 21, and 21 is the first letter of the alphabet and the second letter of the alphabet, and that's why it's the Father, okay? As you can see, the relationship of the magicians, and it also represented by the circle and the moon, which is also can give you ok, all right, which gives us the occult, all right, the occult. And when you get into the Hebrew, okay, where you have the ox, happens to be the first letter of the alphabet, represented also the ox, as well as the male symbolism, the father, the son, and all that. It's also represented of strength, which is associated to the ox. Okay, then we start taking the letters of ox, which is the 15th letter of the alphabet and the 24th letter of the alphabet. That equals your 6 and 6, and you know where we're going with that. That equals 12, and 12 is your father. Okay, and all can be represented by a symbol such as this, the eye and the Vesica Pisces, which is your 1 and your 2 angles, because the circle has one surface. All right, and that again brings us back to this guy, which brings us back to Egypt. And well, once we've done this, we got our 6 and 6 from the ox, and inside the Star of David, you would have 2 triangles, and you would have a cube. And if you go, I'm losing my voice here, but if you go here, you will find that there is 12 angles inside a cube. And inside here, you would find out that there's 12 angles too, all right? So 12 is very important. They associate all this, and they went to go fish that out of the what was I gonna say? The tree of life here. And this is what created your little religions here, where you have people bowing down on their hands and knees for a cube that came out of the Kaaba of Allah. And this is the Mecca, where is the Kaaba of Allah. And you got this guy here, which is Jesus. And that brings us back to 9/11, where there was a demon, and this was deep fake. All right, so the reason why I'm saying that is that these guys, okay, create false evidence so as to create a religions and beliefs, and suddenly you would have a belief system of something that is not true, and the people that are trying to tell you the truth are just basically trying to wake the population to the fact that this was deep fake. All right, so some of the things that we need to understand is that the truth is what you want it to be. All right, that's one of their the Kabbalist mottos, and everything has to have a duality and never attack your enemy directly. All right, so they create the true evidence and then the false evidence, and then everybody's debating on who's telling the truth, and that's why these people end up having problems with these people, and these people have problems with these people. So that's how it works, and you'll find the two cubes in the Kabbalah, and then somebody needs to explain why is there the Queen of England being in a ceremony with a bunch of magicians here, because this is a Druid who's a priest and a magician and a soothsayer. All right, so as you can see, magic is inside of government too. So that all being said, we come back to this where we're having problems with our money system, where money is created out of thin air, and thin air has no value, and apparently money that was created out of thin air can actually lose value, which doesn't make sense, but that's the magic. So once you understand the whole magic nonsense, you can understand the matrix, and once you've understand the matrix, you can see this guy, and your whole thing starts with witchcraft. Okay, you see this? That looks like this, all right? And inside of this, you'll find this right there. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great time.